700 psi for a
is that they
crocodile.
get stuck in their molt and they can't come out, and then they suffocate to death. They get
Fuck, Yankee, that's a bad way to go out.
Yeah,
You ever heard
get
of
so
Cipitan
fucking
Island?
big. I have not.
Okay,
Had
so
what?
it's this thing that blew my
Cipitan
face
Island?
off. Dude, it blew my face off. So, you think of what's an island, right?
Yeah.
It's a rock in the middle of the ocean, right? But it's not actually floating. It's touching
Yeah.
the ground. It's just surrounded by water. There's islands out there that are literally floating above the ocean.
Yeah.
Like,
Have you ever seen Life of Pi?
Like a big-ass rock floating in the ocean.
Have you never seen
Right.
Life of Pi?
I do not know about that.
What the fuck?
I know that
No.
there's giant
No.
like garbage
So,
islands and plastic bottle islands.
Cipitan Island is like, it's so big. I mean, it's like it's literally an island, but there's like a 200-foot space between it and the bottom of the ocean, right? And it's hollow. There's hella caves going through it.
That's
and
why it floats.
It confuses these fucking turtles, and the turtles go inside, and
Oh.
they can't find their way out. And there's like a massive turtle graveyard in there.
How do you know
Are you gonna
about
tell
this?
me that it is a giant lion turtle? Because that would be awesome.
No, they just die. They go down there and they die, and then cave divers like go in there, and they have the coolest footage of it. It's just thousands of these dead turtles, just bones, just bones
That
of just
doesn't seem
dead.
cool to me. I would be
No,
like
it's
so
the
freaked
craziest
out
looking
if that's
thing.
what I
Oh
came up
hell
to.
yeah! I would never do that. It's a very dangerous thing to do, cave diving.
Oh, okay. So the
Right.
largest land animal that has the bite force, I think, is the saltwater croc
Cipitan.
at 3,700 psi.
SPIDAN.
Is it a great white shark?
No, dude.
Great white, I
Nile
think, is next
crocodile
at
has a higher bite force than a saltwater croc.
Same. You know what I mean? Crocodile.
Well, no, they're completely different things.
Great white shark has 4,000 psi,
Can you
and they're number
imagine
2 or
dying?
3.
Cipitan Island, I'm not finding any references to being floating. But I do see the lots of cave systems underneath. It's apparently a popular dive location.
I
Go to
was looking
Wikipedia.
for it too. I couldn't find it.
The very first, like, the paragraph of Wikipedia will explain that it's floating. Like,
Alright.
it's a there's a
I've
specific
moved on
name
to
for
looking at types of
island.
alligators.
There's a specific type of island that's actually floating above the ocean.
Chinese
floor.
Cipitan
alligator,
Island is
he's
the
kinda
only
cute.
oceanic island in
They-
Malaysia rising 600 meters from the seabed. It is
See?
located in the
See?
Celsius Sea.
Literally the first sentence. Like, how? What? What do you mean?
That just means it's 600
No,
meters
it's
off the
rising
seabed.
600 meters. Yes, you not get what I'm saying. Yeah, that's exactly it. Islands
doesn't mean it's floating.
like Greenland, there's no space between Greenland and the seabed floor. It goes all the way down. Right?
This doesn't have either. Rising 600 meters means that from the
Above the seabed. The bed is
Yes.
the bottom of the sea, not the sea floor. I mean, not the sea level, like you're thinking.
Yes, I know. I'm not thinking sea level. Fuck.
So there's a 600
seabed.
meter space between
It's not
the
an
bottom
empty
of that island.
space. It's not an empty space.
What do you mean
It's
it's not empty?
land. That means 600 feet or 600 meters from sea level to the seabed.
Nick, so here's what I'm thinking this is saying. There's the sea floor at whatever distance that is, the bottom of the ocean.
Uh-huh.
Then there's a space between the bottom of the ocean and the bottom of that island. And that space between that bottom of the island and the bottom of the ocean is 600 meters.
Okay, Yankee, I understand what you're saying.
Okay, what's
Okay.
the island called?
This is not an issue of you getting your point across like you thought the other day.
No, I'm
This
trying to
is-
give. I'm
What's
trying to
the
figure out what
island
you're
called?
trying to say.
Misunderstanding, alright?
What's the island called?
Cipitan.
Sip.
Yankee, it's saying that from the sea level
shit!
to the seabed is 600 meters. Or
So the
2,000
strongest
feet.
bite force in the animal kingdom to ever
It
live
does
on
not
Earth
mean
was the
that there
Sarco.
is a gap.
Was the what?
The Sarco, you know, Sarcosuchus or whatever from Ark. Nick, at 23,000 psi.
From history.
I'm just not understanding what you're saying when it says it's running 600 meters from the seabed.
So yeah,
I think
the
that
rising
means that's
600
just how
meters.
far
It
the
means
top
from-
of the island is. Like the.
No, that would be from sea level. They would take that distance from sea level. No one takes distances from seabed.
Well, apparently they do.
No, you don't just do that.
Rising
Anything that you
600
give,
Yankee.
you never use the seabed as a reference of distance for things
because
that are
you
above
can't
water.
accurately map the seafloor.
Like let's say for example Everest. You know what is
You're
the distance
wrong,
of
Weston.
Everest? It's not 27,000 feet above seabed. It's 27,000 feet above sea level.
Yes, but this
33.
is an island. Why would they measure the 2 feet above sea level?
Wait. So let's also break this down. You're stating that this island is the only island that's 600 meters tall? Like that's
Yes.
something special? Like they put that in the
That's
records?
literally what it is. It's
No,
the
but
only oceanic island in
Can
Malaysia
we agree
rising
that's
600
kind of a
feet
silly thing to
from
say,
the
that it's
seabed.
the only island in Malaysia rising what you think is saying 600 meters from, it's 600 meters tall? Like, does that make
it
any
could
sense?
be a unique geographical feature. I mean, maybe the seabed
That-
normally
that-
isn't only
it's
600 feet
600
from the
feet
sea
up.
level.
That's what I'm trying to get across to you, is that the thing that's special about this is it's 600 feet above the seabed, the floor of the sea.
know what a
Otherwise, why
seabed
would
is,
the
Yankee.
first sentence be, hey, there's an island in Malaysia. It's the only island in Malaysia. It's 600 feet tall. Woo! No one would give a fuck if it was a 600-foot tall island.
That doesn't mean it's a
What-
floating island.
It's a floating island. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what's cool about it. Most islands aren't floating. They're just called islands because it's surrounded by water. It
Explain
goes
to me
all-
how an island would float, Yankee.
That's,
He
dude,
said that.
That's beyond me. That's beyond me, dude. That's why I told you it's cool. I'm like, this is really cool because I don't necessarily understand how a rock can float in the ocean.
Okay, maybe it's easier to understand if you acknowledge that the rock isn't floating in the ocean.
But why are you automatically assuming that? Though?
Because that's
Like
what it says.
So what's the seabed? Google seabed. What does that mean?
Oh my, it's...
Why would anyone? That's what I'm trying to just. I get what you're saying, Nick. I do.
Seabed,
I'm
also
not trying
known
to
as the
argue with
sea
you.
floor.
So why would they say that
Also
this
known
island
as
is
the
600
ocean
feet
floor.
above the seafloor? How is that? What?
Because it's Wikipedia, it's just giving you information.
Oh,
about the
come on!
island.
Don't do that, Olivia. That didn't help. That didn't help, Olivia.
It
that didn't help
is.
at
It's
all.
just giving you information. That's what
I know,
Shut
but
your
Wikipedia
mouth,
is.
Olivia.
Read about this, guys. What makes sense about the first sentence? The
Not that
only
it's floating!
island.
What? How is that
That's
your logical?
2,000
It's some crazy mental gymnastics to just assume the island is floating instead of it just comes up
No,
out of the
I'm
seabed.
not assuming it. It's
Okay, so
Yankee.
it says.
why am
Yankee.
I
Wait.
assuming it?
Hey,
It
wait,
says
wait.
it.
Oh wait, no.
It's the only
Don't you
oceanic
think
island in
That
Malaysia.
if you
rising
googled
2,000
Sipadan
feet.
Island in Malaysia, that would be a major headline. Floating island,
Yes,
only
it is
floating
literally
island
the
in the
top
world.
scuba diving destination on the
Do you know why?
planet. Yes,
Because
why?
it was-
Because it's 600 feet tall?
Not because it's floating.
No, because it's a hollow inside. It's floating
if there's
because it
lots of
started.
tunnels, it's
Read
porous.
it.
That doesn't mean it's
Yes.
hollow inside.
Okay, so let me
It doesn't
paint a
mean it's
picture. Let me
floating.
paint a picture. Let me paint a picture. It's porous because it was built on a coral seabed that over time eroded. So imagine you're
Wait, but
sitting
there's
on a
only a
seabed.
few oceanic islands, so I think that's why it's pointed out.
Oh,
Oceanic
wow. So,
islands are
what?
not common.
We might be onto something here. What's an
Oceanic
oceanic
islands
island?
are islands that do not sit on continental shelves.
Oh
The
my
vast
God,
majority
Nick! One
of our
day, I
planet and
swear
origin.
to God, you will bow
I'm sorry,
down
Yankee.
and kiss my
You know what a
toes.
continental
Kiss
shelf
my
is?
toes. Kiss my toes. Kiss my fucking toes, Nick! Because you're wrong. A continental shelf is the bottom of the fucking ocean in this case. Eat my dick. God damn it, you're so wrong. Fuck, man. I was just trying to call you. I was just trying to tell a cool
You
story.
don't know basic.
Wait, let's keep reading. Let's keep reading.
Oh my God, yeah, keep reading because I'm gonna clip this
Okay.
later and upload
The
it.
vast
clipping it right now.
majority